Welcome to Michelle's Weekly Minute. Now today I'm going to talk to you about getting a mortgage and what are the 5 most important questions that you need to ask a lender during this process. Now when you get pre-approved for a mortgage, this is the most important thing that you need to do immediately. It's one of the first steps because what that is going to do is it's going to tell us how much house you can afford. It's going to make you comfortable with the mortgage payment and tell you exactly what your mortgage payment will be. It's going to cover your interest rate and how much cash out of pocket you're going to need for closing. These are all extremely important items that need to be addressed before we go start looking for a home. Now, the first question you want to ask your lender when you sit down is, what loan are you going to offer for me? Meaning, what loan would you recommend for me to be put in? There's all kinds of loans. There's FHA, VA, conventional, USDA, and anything in between. So that's one of the first questions you need to ask, and you also need to ask them why they're suggesting that, because that is going to lead into question number 2, which is how much cash will you need for your down payment? Now, because FHA only requires 3.5%, but a VA loan is 0 out of pocket. So this is extremely important to know as we're getting ready to go through the process of purchasing a home. Now, number 3, you're going to want to find out what the interest rate is. Now, interest rates are really low right now, and some lenders are offering lower rates than other lenders. And why is that? It's because the mortgage company is a business. So they're going to offer different rates based on the fees that they're charging, the percentage points, the discount points, etc. So it's extremely important to ask what the interest rate is, and can you lock that interest rate, and how long can it be locked? And it is okay for you to shop your interest rate during this time, as long as you got about a 45-day window from the time the first lender pulls your credit file to the last lender that pulls your credit file. And that will only count as one credit inquiry against your FICO credit scores, which would affect you 3 to 12 points. So that's extremely important to know. And the last question you want to ask them is how much is, what's required for down payment or cash to close with your closing cost. Now that's extremely important to know because you want to know exactly how much cash on hand you need in reserves as you go through this process, so you don't spend your cash reserves if you have it in your savings account, because we don't want any surprises along the way. Now, if you have any questions about the home buying or selling process, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help. Have a great week.